Shalom, everybody, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I will not keep you for long. Will be a very short topic. But, as always, for us, we have a duty to warn about false Christians. Those false Christians exist everywhere, in every church. Even there is some churches, the whole church is false Christianity. There's no church in the church. We can say is the Church of Satan or Synagogue of Satan. And we found that, the teaching of the Pope as a Catholic leader, he is fraud, he is false Christian. And we find the same between the Protestant and even the same between the Orthodox. So this is why we have to be always vigilant and not to let people to fool us and deceive us. Let us watch this video together and see what it's about.
But no, it's an entire identity now. And she's preaching at a Christian woman dressed as a dude. In my day, we'd just call that a tomboy or a butch gal. But no, it's an entire identity now. And she's preaching at a Christian service.
But performing gender as a daily task, I would argue, is a learned cultural trait to which we have all been exposed. As understandings of drag have changed throughout history, perhaps drag...
Anyway, I'm not going to play the sound of this dude, idiot. It's a girl, actually, and she thinks she is a guy. And actually, if you look at the picture of her, she put some kind of paint, in her face to have a beard, and she dressed like a man. Let me make the picture more clear. Give me a second. Look at this. I don't know if you can see how I mean, how stupid, how dummy, how silly. They call themselves a church, but what is inside this church? I mean, I don't know what to say, really. So this is a woman. She dressed like a girl. Usually they bring a guy dressed like a girl, right? Like the one behind, supposedly. But this is now, in this case here, it's a girl dressed like a guy. And she painted her face with some weird stuff, and now supposedly she have a beard. This is called, so-called the church exists in Dallas, in Texas. And it's called the Church of Hope. The Church of what? The Church of Hope. Those are the preachers in the Church of Hope. Oh, I cannot see it unless I remember. What a scam. Sound like Mohammed. Peace be upon him. So anyway, for us, look, Cathedral of Hope, it's called the United Church of Christ. For sure Christ is there. Are you kidding me? Mental illness. Anyway, so for us as a Christians, we know that this garbage have nothing to do with Christianity. We know that God, he forbid man to act like a woman and women to act like a man. And we have tons of verses in the Bible. In fact, if you look at at here, I don't know if you can see how this dude, fake dude, is opening the page. And I don't know what the heck is that. This is supposedly the Bible. What is this? That's a picture of Do you see how she is opening the page as if she is picking up some garbage, like obviously the book in her hand is a garbage book. They fabricated their own book. They are not reading from the gospel. they are talking about culture change, and like oh, Lord have mercy. Stupidity is amazing. And those people, they claim that they are people who knows God more than you. In fact, they are better than you. They are the one who have the ethic. Did you hear about David Wood? He is not allowed in UK. Well, yeah, I saw the video actually, but properly that was an automatic denial because he have a previous criminal conviction. So it's not necessarily because he is speaking against Islam, but because previously he was in jail. It's possible, we don't want to judge it. We don't know. All right. I cannot speak for it. It might be because he is David Wood. It might be not. We don't know. We will leave it for that. In the Bible, we have tons of verses speaking about morality and what the Bible stands for. In the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse number 22, it says, "Do not have sexual relationship with man as one does with a woman. That is a great sin. That is, like a disgusting behavior." All right. So the Bible is so clear about such a behavior, and we know that this is absolutely far away. We know that God destroyed cities, burned them for the same reason. So those people, they have, they are, what we can say. I mean, they want to do as they wish. At the same time, they want to give themselves a form of comfort that they are believers. They have God, they have moral, they have ethic. And, we know that they are, there's two kind of abomination we do in our life. There's abomination against ourselves, and there's abomination against God. Against ourselves, eating food is not right, which means God said don't eat this food simply because it's not, when God says it's not clean, it means it's not healthy for you. So this is abomination against you. You don't hurt God by eating something is not allowed for you to eat. You can eat shit if you want. How that will hurt God, But there's abomination against God, and this is one of them, massive one. All right. So there's abomination we go against God, and there is abomination against ourselves. So if I do it against myself, against my health, it is abomination, but it's not the one will send you to hell. All right. But there are things will send you to hell. That's why we hear in Leviticus 18:22, if somebody can post the verses for us. Let me find it. Hold on, give me a second. And I don't know who is the one promoting this new international version of the Bible translation, which is false translation, have a lot of mistakes. So for me, I don't consider it, but let us see. All right. So we go to the Bible, we find this. Remember, anything man he's saying, it doesn't, well, nobody should take it for an account, no matter how high he is, how big, how small. So, thou shalt not lie with mankind, man, as womankind. It is abomination. And what that abomination will do, will destroy you. All right? So this is not a joke. This is a big sin against God. I know that many people these days don't dare to say those things in public, but I don't care. You know, YouTube can take my channel, it can take whatever. We say the truth as it is. Like actually, if we read the whole chapter here in Leviticus, there is a lot of ethical code exist in this chapter here, speaking about nakedness. You know, the nakedness of the father, wife shall not though uncover. It is the father's nakedness, the nakedness of the sister, etc. So this is all is an ethic code for anyone who believe in the Bible to follow. So when you go out of this code, it's mean you don't believe in book. You believe maybe in yellow pages, like the, you know, like the picture, you know, the book she is holding in her hand. You know, she thinks she is a dude now, mentally ill. Those people need hospital. They do not need, you know, this is obviously whoever attend this so-called the church, they are suffering from mental illness. We don't hate people, but this is kind of mental illness. They need help. All right, they need therapy. They are confused about who they are. Imagine I stay in the front of the if I am a girl and then I paint my face in such a funny stupid thing and now I'm a dude. Are you really convinced that you are a man now? And now she became a preacher. And that's it. Okay, the Bible says the man teach. Okay, I have a beard now, you know. What are you talking about? So this is the synagogue of Satan. There is no question about it. So the Bible have a lot of ethical codes in the Old Testament and the New Testament. And there's no difference between them. You know, remember the God of the Old Testament is the same God of the New Testament. Some, you know, some false Christians, they say, oh, the Old Testament doesn't go for us. That's false. Yes, the Old Testament has been given to the Jews, but when it's called to the ethic code, this is for everybody. This is for mankind. Ethical code is for everybody. Have nothing to do with all like being given to the Jews or given to you. It's the same. Jesus says, I came to fulfill, not to destroy. As simple as that. All right. So nakedness, all kind of behavior, as you see in the front of you, is kind of wickedness. This is wickedness. So this is just about describing nakedness as a form of wickedness. So like, you know, you should not sleep with the neighbor wife, etc., blah blah blah. You know, all those are ethical code. If you don't believe in them, so I have a news for you. You are no Christian. If you don't believe in them, you don't want to follow them. So if you think you are free from this code, you have nothing to do with God. All right. And here we see verse number 22. It says, shall not lie with mankind, with man, as womankind. So if a man, he sleep with the women, sleep with the man, thinking that even if he dressed like a woman, who cares? I mean, she's still a man. That is abomination. What abomination would do? Such a will send you to hell. All those things will send you to hell. All right. Same with the sleeping with animals. Some of them, they even having sex with animals. You know, all kind of filth, as we see here. It's clear that those things are going to be abomination for God, and anyone who commit them, he will go to hell. All right. So therefore shall ye keep mine ordinances, that you commit not any of those customs which were committed before you. So it's clear that people, they do those things for centuries, you know, thousands of years. Human being is a, you know, always you will find the one who is a pervert. Being loose is the easiest way to live. Like, you know, there is no ethic code. You just do whatever you wish. Live like an animal. Right? And then, you know, we have tons of verses. This is not only, I mean, we can Like it's the same. Actually, it says the same. You know, in Leviticus 20. If we go instead of 18, we say 20. And here we have the same, you know, ethic code. All right. And look what the punishment here. This is in the time when the law of God is on charge. What is the punishment of such a behavior? All right. This is the Bible. This is not me saying, you saying. It's not up to you to say, like, now we don't have Musa is not a king, and the law is not implemented on the people. They have civil law. That's why this one is not practiced. However, this is what God is about. All right. We have tons of verses. Let us maybe go to the New Testament. You know. Let me see. Hold on. I will. I'm opening a verse. Give me a second. I hate it when they open for me right away. Somebody is trying to this. I think Google maybe trying to push this new international version translation. Let us see this one. First Corinthians chapter 6. We can read it all actually. And here you see clearly that if you do those things, you will not go to heaven. So where you will go then? You will go to hell. As simple as that. Those who they are unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. What does that mean? You go to hell. Good for you. The wage of sin is hell. Death temporarily. Like when the Bible speaks about death, actually, this is not about you just dying only. The death is you are out of mercy of God. And you will pay a high price for it. You will serve for eternity in hell. So, be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. All of this will lead you to what? Nor thieves, nor drunken, even drunken. You know those people who they go to the bars and they stop drinking and get drunk. You are doing something badly in the eyes of God. You know, when you become a drunk, you are unaware of what you are doing. You can rape a woman. You can rape your mother. You see, all kind of food is a gift from God. And alcohol actually is a great source of benefit. Like, you know, in the old days, if somebody want to have a surgery, they want to do something, they don't have what we have today. So they make him drink alcohol so he will not feel the pain. So if you make a person drunk because of his pain, that's fine. But this is like a temporary solution, so you can do a surgery. But a person who keep drinking like a horse, he is seeking his own destruction, and even he's going to hurt. You will rape your daughter. You will not be aware. We have the story of Lot, how his daughters, they made him a drunk so they can sleep with him. So the man now is drunk. He totally is not aware of what's going on. So those This kind of behaviors, anyone who do those things will not inherit the kingdom of God. No matter what all those, this is why always I say to people, when you go to so-called some churches, when you go there, the first thing you ask them questions. What do you think about Islam? What do you think about homosexuality? What do you think about LGBT, blah, 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 If he starts saying to you, Jesus love everybody, this guy is a scumbag. This guy is a fraud. He's no Christian. So before you attend any church, ask those questions. If the person start doing political, so-called political correct answers, he's a fraud. Just to clean your sandals from such a place and get out. This is not the church of God. This is a house of Satan. All right. There's, anyone he bring us other teaching than what the Bible says is from Satan. The father of all lies is who? Is Satan. So if they start saying to you, okay, God love everybody, God love everybody, yes, God love people to repent. So we commit sin. But if we make our sin a style of life, and we preach it and we say it's okay, that now we are not just sinners. We are the deceivers in this case, because we are deceiving others, telling them it's okay to do this. You're fine, you're good in the eyes of God, when it's absolutely false. So the Bible is so clear, and there's no doubt about it. We can read the whole chapter here, actually. It's fantastic, like I remember once I was speaking in Paltalk. I don't know how many of you remember Paltalk. So a woman, she sent me a message. She said, do you support Paul then, saying that a drunken will not go to heaven? So now I know that this woman, she get a drunk, but she want to go to heaven. So if you cared, yeah, I support. Why not? Why would not support? This is the Bible. This is not a magazine. We as a Christian, we believe that the disciple of Christ, they wrote with inspiration, revelation, not opinion, not their private opinion. If it's private opinion, then we will not consider it as a scriptures. This is not a private opinion. So those who don't want this, simply they don't want to be Christians. As simple as that. You don't pick up a page from the Bible that says, I like this one, I don't like that one. Like many, they will say to you, Jesus said, love your enemy. Jesus said, love your enemy. It doesn't mean that my enemy can come and rape my wife and take my country and take my home, take my land. That's false. The same God of the Jews in the Old Testament is the same God of the Christians and the Jews in the New Testament. That is Jesus. And he told them to go to war. And he told them, I will fight with you. They will not quote for you that Jesus says, the one who don't have a sword, go and buy one. In fact, I never heard a priest saying that. You start reading the Bible by yourself and then you find it. The priest, they were not quoted for. They will quote for you, love your enemy, love your enemy, that's it. They are stuck with love your enemy. So many these days, they are trying to make Jesus as a hippie person. And those people are hippies. They are fornicators. They want to sleep around. They want to create their own book, mockery of God. It's a mockery. This is not about God. Why do those people even need God? I mean, what are you talking about? If you are spiritual, why you are focusing in gender? Why you are confused about your gender? Like, you do not know what is between your legs? So do you think really if you put some paint in your face, that will make you a man? Are you serious? So we have tons of verses, you know. I mean, we can share a lot. I can open more and more, but I think we have enough to make it clear that those people, they have nothing to do with God. They don't. You know, when somebody come to you with any kind of teaching, like, you know, let us see here. Yeah. Actually, let us go back a little bit. And see what we will find. All of this in front of us is a great teaching. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not exhibitant. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Meats of the belly and the belly of the meats, but God shall destroy both, it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. And God has both raised up. The Lord will raise up by his own power. Know you are not that your bodies are the members of Christ. Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of harlot? God forbid. So the Bible is so clear for us that when you are doing such an act, you are doing an attack on God. You cannot claim to be the member of a church. You are a part of God family. You are a child of God. And then you go and you live your lousy life. Living lousy life is very easy. Extremely easy. Like how many people they will go to a party and how many people will go to the church? Which one is more fun? Depends who you are. The lousy person for sure. What, the church is boring. What I would do there? Pray to Jesus? I go party. Naked girls, naked men, drunk, you know, singing, music. And then after the party, maybe we have sex. What? Know ye not that the body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and you are not your own? And this is something many, they don't want to remember. And yet they claim to be Christians. You know, we can go and we can get, like, we have tons of verses. All is the same. All is saying the same thing for us. But you know, if the devil is taking control of your desire, there's two kinds of desire inside the human being. The desire of decency, to be with God, and the desire to be a filthy person. So You choose always which one is your desire. Both are exist inside you. The desire to worship yourself, or the desire to be with God. If we go to Roman, let me see. All right, I will play the audio and I will put for you the.
The letter to the Romans, chapter 1. Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God, which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his Son Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh, and declared to be the Son of God with power, according to the Spirit of holiness, by the resurrection from the dead, by whom we have received grace and apostleship, for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name, among whom are ye also the called of Jesus Christ. To all that be in Rome, beloved of God, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from God our Father, and the Lord Jesus Christ. First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for you all, that your faith is spoken of throughout the whole world. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always in my prayers, making request, if by any means now at length I might have a prosperous journey by the will of God to come unto you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gift, to the end ye may be established, that is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith both of you and me. Now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that oftentimes I purposed to come unto you, but was let hitherto, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other Gentiles. I am debtor, both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. For it is the power of God unto salvation to every one that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shown it unto them. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed for ever. Amen.
Amen.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who, knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
I mean to that. Beautiful. Do we have any more doubt? You see, this is what the beauty about the Bible. The Bible speaks to us about every issue, even though this is written 2,000 years ago. Still, it is the scenario and the case. Nothing changed. Human being is a human being. It's pervert. Just give him a chance, he will be a pervert. So when somebody, he claimed to be a priest. Priest is not someone who called himself Pope the second and Pope the third and Pope the seventh. You can Pope as much you want. But the second you go out of the scriptures, you are a pope, not a pope. And this is the case for everybody. We have to stand against all liars. Doesn't matter if they call themselves Protestant, Catholic, Orthodox, doesn't matter. The one who take a side with the church name is a fool. We have loyalty only to our Lord and our gospel, not to the man. You see, my loyalty is not to Paul. Paul is the man. My loyalty is to God teaching, not to the man. And those verses is extremely clear. Who have a doubt that they are not clear yet? Men are acting like women and women acting like men. The unrighteous of men. What is the unrighteous of men? The same as the unrighteous of women. Not much of a difference, really. For this cause God gave them up to veil affection, for even their women did change the nature use into that which against nature. And likewise, the men leaving the nature use of the women, burned in their lust one toward another, with men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving themselves. I mean, the verses are so clear. And this is verses. This is Bible. This is not pick up your cherries as you wish when you are a pervert and lost and you choose whatever you like and you read whatever you like. Either you take the whole book or you don't take the book at all. So what I wanted to share with you today, that we have to be careful. Never send your children to so-called churches like those. Those are not, church, by the way, the word church doesn't mean something it's like the same as a synagogue. What is a synagogue? It's a place where people gather. That's all. So a place where people gather doesn't make it a place of God unless God is there. Do I agree? People can gather in nightclub. Like even the word for the Muslims, the mosque is in Arabic is jami'. It's the same. It's taken from the Hebrew, where people they gather. So people they gather to worship God or to worship the devil Allah. They come to worship Allah, the devil. It doesn't make it a place of God. But for them it's a house of God, because their God is the devil. And those people are no different. People they are gathering, they call it a church. It's a place where people gather. But they gather to worship their own God, a fabricated God, the God of lust, the God of pervert, the God of everything wrong, the God of confusion to the point, I mean, look how silly, look how stupid, look how dummy. I put some paint in my face and now I'm a man. And look at this hair. What happened to this hair? It became like a chimney. And look at the eyebrows. I don't know what to say. You know? So when you go to a church anywhere, because they can put a sign of a church, no problem. Anyone can open a church. I mean, there's a freedom these days. A Muslim, he can open a church. You believe it or not, a Muslim, he can open a church. Who's going to, he can call it a church. So the first thing before you join a place, you better know what they teach inside. What kind of people they are attending to this place they call it a church. Are they the pervert? Are they from the Naked Beach Club? Are they from the Everybody is Welcome? Naked is welcome. Everybody, anything, all kind of lust is welcome. So if you don't find a firm, clear answer for your questions about those things as we mentioned, obviously the priest is not a priest, he's a businessman. You see those false priests, they don't want to offend anyone, because bringing more people is about donation. It's about money. The more people they come, I mean, who care if they are a pervert? As long they will write a check for me, who care? Like you will see some kind of, they call themselves churches too, like in Hollywood area. All the celebrity, pornocators, pervert, all kind of stuff in those churches. So a famous person, he go to that church and he give $500,000 donation. I mean, who is going to tell him you're going to go to hell? The priest who received the $500,000 donation, he will tell him you will go to hell. He will say, thank you, you are a man of God. Right? Money. You are better than Paul. Who is Paul? He did not give us $500,000. You know, you are better than everybody. You are the true person of God. A woman, she make all her income from porn. She make a donation. She is the perfect woman between all women. The same as the Muslims they do. Like Andrew Tate is a pimp. And then everybody praise the pimp because it's a pimp cult. Nobody want to see that this guy is still working as a pimp. Still, this guy, his business is still open. This business, he do teaching how to lure women into porn business. Not a single Muslim is upset. Why? Because this is satanic garbage religion. He fit perfectly in the place. Everyone goes where he belongs. The fly go to the garbage, the bees they go to the flowers. Which one is you? Tell me where you go, I tell you who you are. Is that fair? I went to Thailand. And I like to walk, I like to explore. But I did not do in Thailand what people do in Thailand. There's people they go to see the beaches, to see the nature, to see the beauty of the country, and there's people that go there just for sex. Both are tourists. Both are tourists. But each tourist, he have a target to accomplish. The same as those people, they go on YouTube or in TikTok or etc. to preach about God, but from the first second they go live, the last second they go off, they are talking about money. Don't forget to support us, buy this thing, support this thing, don't forget to buy, and you know, like what they call it, like sponsor a product, buy this thing. And I mean, he's a Bible preacher supposedly, and then we have to stop. We have a sponsor. Imagine Paul making a speech, and he stopped because there's a sponsor. It's time now to sell you a gum. This gum is so good for your teeth. You know what I mean? You better watch carefully what people do. Watch their behavior. Any excuse happen around them. So not only those who did, as you see in the screen, there's many, even the one who they don't say wrong in general, but they do wrong. You can tell it is about marketing, it's about business, it's about money. All of this is involved money. Who is the one is sponsoring this? Does it happen by itself? You know, now Trump is stopping US aid. And I found one of the donations of America is to fight Christianity. So imagine we pay tax, and this filthy government in America, they sponsor anyone who opposes Christianity. Anyone. Massive numbers of millions of dollars. And they are doing this for the last 70 years. Democrat, they are in charge of the whole department of the country, even when there is a president who is not Democrat. In fact, I don't believe that we have a real Republican president before. Like George Bush. George Bush, he voted against Trump. Why? Because he is Democrat. John McCain. So the Democrat, the rats, they split between mice and rats. You go and you make yourself, you dress like a Republican. We dress like rats. So whoever wins of us, we take over the government. And this is what they are doing here now. They want to dress like you. So they want to destroy the church. They want to implement false teaching and false Christianity and false Christ. So Christianity will be demolished. That's why you have to be very careful. What the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. People make speeches. You can be a very wonderful, you know, my English is not good, you know what I can say. So my speech is not eloquent. I struggle even to read some words, if not many of them. But my words, even though it's limited, I believe it's clear. They speak very eloquent language, but they are deceivers, liars. Always when we go to a place, the first thing we do, let us say you are going just to do anything. You're going to a new area. The first thing you do, you should do, you do inspection for security. And security can be physical security, which means your life is in threat. Like you see the area doesn't sound right, people walking and they have their weapon is exposed, garbage everywhere in the street, graffiti, etc., drugs. So you are in the wrong place. You do inspection for security. But security, not necessarily about something physical. There is something is even more harmful. That is a spiritual security. So what they are doing now, they brought you someone mentally ill, dressed like a priest, even though she is a female, and she put some paint in her face, and now that's it, she is a man. And by the way, who cares if you're a man or a girl? This is not an issue. Like, what will happen if this woman, she come in the stage and speak as a woman? People will not listen. We will listen. It's not about the gender. We are not against a gender. We are against fallacy. A wise woman, there's many women, they can be wiser, way wiser than men, and there is the opposite. This is not about gender. This is about those people, they are trying to corrupt the church of God, but you cannot. Keep trying. You see, when Paul mentioned those stories, and we find them in many statements of the disciples, this is something happened from the beginning. From the beginning of the time, even Adam and Eve, you know, they lost. So what's new? Nothing new. Satan always, when Jesus, he said, be aware of false teachers, they come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. What Jesus was talking about? This. Or Muhammad. Or a priest who sound like he is a good priest, but he's a child molester. So he go to the church, he dress a uniform of a priest, he say in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, I bless you, blah, blah, blah. And then when he go behind the walls in the dark room, he grab a child and he molest him like Muhammad. Be aware wherever you go. There is two kinds of security you have to inspect. Security or physical security involve your physical safety, and security of spiritual. And this is extremely the most important. The Lord, he says, don't be afraid of those who destroy the body, but by the one who destroy your soul, because your soul will go to hell. If somebody kill me because I believe in Christ, I'm a martyr. I'm going to heaven. I did not lose my life. I gained my life. But if somebody was able to destroy my soul and make me live as a loser, I just lost everything. I lost the body and the soul, and I will be serving for eternity in hell. And again, this is not about Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox. As you see, those, they call themselves Protestant. But doesn't mean all Protestants are the same. It doesn't mean all the Catholic are the same. So when we say the Pope is a pervert, doesn't mean the Catholic are pervert. That's why my message is for everybody. It doesn't matter what the church you go to. Those names doesn't count for the Lord. Doesn't count if you are a Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox. It counts only for people who worship sect, not God. People who have loyalty to sect, they don't know God. Because whatever the leader of the sect he say, they follow him blindly. But the one who have loyalty only to God, he go only by what God says. As a second, the leader of the sect, he says something out of the Bible, you leave him. You leave this person is pervert, he is false. Your loyalty should be always to Christ, not to a bishop. You need to remember that every man is a sinner, except one person who come in flesh. So he was man and God in the same time. He have the nature of a man, full nature of a man, in the same time full nature of God. That is Jesus. The rest are sinners. And the purpose of the gospel is to be your GPS of salvation. There's many exits, there's many ways, there's narrow ways, there's wide ways. The wide way is so easy to take. I mean, it's so easy, it's wide. Take many. It maybe look even nicer. When the disciple of Jesus in their time, The way was very, very, very tight. They can't even move. They have to meet underground. And all of them actually, they lost their lives. They've been tortured, killed in a horrible way. The early Christians have been fed to cats and lions and tigers just for fun. The way was very horrible, but they love it. Those, they are living their fantasy. So in order to cover their feeling of guilt and madness and confusion, they clothe themselves with a uniform and they claim that they are people of God. But they are not. So don't listen to such people. Don't attend such a place. Never. And my advice always to you, if you move to a new area, you want to go into a church, always have a conversation with the church leader. Remember, the church is just a place where people gather. And supposedly the purpose is to pray to God, listen about God, learn about God. So you ask very simple questions. What do you think about LGBT? Is it okay to be LGBT? If you say God, love everybody, doesn't matter, you know, all of us, obviously he is just a fraud. What do you think about the God of Islam? Is he God? If you say, yeah, is he Abraham, you know, they believe in Abraham, they are, you know, we are against Islamophobia, Bobia, Tabia, you know, right away you know that this guy is a scam. Those men are not men of God if they are afraid to offend people who do things against God. This is why many don't like Paul. They hate Paul. He offend them. He rebuked them. He speak to them in the language they should understand. It hurt. So they hated him. They rejected him. In case you do not know, there is some even they don't welcome Paul to come to their churches. He's not welcome. Imagine Paul himself is not welcome to attend their churches. Because how we can do what we need to do, what we want to do. And this guy is around us. We cannot. He will make us look so stupid and so filthy and so bad. As we see in Romans chapter 1. Because when they know God, they glorify him not as God. Neither they were thankful, but become vain in their imagination, and their foolish heart was darkened. So they claim to be men of God. And here we go. The woman, she became a man of God. What do you want more? Right? By the way, when I mean those people who they are sitting in this so-called church, it's a cathedral, it's big. Nobody asks himself, why in the world, okay, this person think he is a dude, she is a dude, but don't she see that this paint looks so weird? I mean, don't they see? Well, they don't see. They are blinded. They think that they are the wise one, as the Bible says to us here. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools and change the glory of the incorruptible God into image made like to corruptible God, corruptible man. and to birds and beasts and creeping things and all madness. I encourage you always, when you have an issue in your life and you struggle with it, try to find, always there's an answer in the Bible. I advise you all, always there's an answer for your problem. Always. Don't take the answer from the man, take the answer from the Bible. There is always an answer. The Bible is, you know, it's the same when Jesus said, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was for Sabbath. So this book is made for you, not for God. God do not need a book. God do not need guidance. The book is made for you. So why do you want to use what is made for you to help you? In the same time, as a Christian, you are always have to trust God and the Holy Spirit to be with you. Because if I don't trust God, I'm not a believer. You see, trust comes from where? From faith. If I have faith in someone, I trust. So if I have faith for you, you borrow money from me, you will give it back. That means I trust you. If I don't, I will not. If I have faith on you to be a good person, you will come to my house. If I have no faith on you, I don't trust you, you are not welcome. I see you coming to my house, I'll call the police. Why? Because I don't trust you. You are a thief. You are a stranger. I don't know you. Trust is about knowing. Trust is about faith. Trust about confidence. And if you don't have confidence on God, you have confidence on what? You have nothing. So don't listen to them. Don't do what they do. Look at this madness.
Today could be defined as that which threatens the already fragile and arbitrarily constructed framework for gender performance that is necessary to maintain power dynamics.
Anyway.
Say what now? Let's bring in my second favorite.
Anyway, Lord have mercy. You know, stupidity is amazing. And we don't have, you know, I mean, we don't have to live with it. Thank God. Muhammad, he had told the Muslims, attack the Roman and get the blonde girls. If Muhammad exists now, he will say, attack the Roman so you can get the women who think they are dude. Right? Oh boy. You know, when I come with this with the phrase stupidity is amazing, I think it is amazing. It is amazing. You know, you go overseas, like you go in Thailand, or even many, especially in Asia. Actually, they flourish in Asia. I'm not sure why. Like I remember once I was in the Philippines, and there's a guy, I can tell from his look, he is a Saudi, and he have supposedly a female with him. I was in the coffee shop. So I said to myself, this donkey, he do not know. I was saying to myself, there's a danger happening here. Maybe he will find out that this is not a girl, this is a guy. They might kill each other, you know, like something can happen. Like there's a story of a guy, is a Marines, I don't know if you heard of it. He went out with the girl, and then he took her to the hotel, and then in the hotel he found out that it's a dude. So he killed him. You know, he gets so angry, and he killed they called them ladyboys. So I was saying to myself, you know, let me save this guy from what will happen next. So his so-called girlfriend, which is a dude, he is not even 5 foot tall, he's short. The guy who dressed as a female is like 6 foot something. So the lady boy went to the bathroom. So I said to him, by the way, the one is with you is not a girl, do you know? He looked at me in Arabic. He spoke to me. He said, "Inch khassak," which means, what's your business? I was shocked. He knew. He knew it's a guy. I thought I'm saving him. You know? He said, "What's your business?" And then when the guy he came who dressed like a girl, sat and he whispered to the guy, and the lady boy starts staring at me so angry, like wanna jump on me, you know? Yeah, like he told this guy when you were there in the bathroom, he told me that you are a dude. So he was, you know, and so, you know, and then they took themselves and they left. They go there even for that reason. Most of people in Saudi Arabia, they prefer to have a boy, which means a man, you know, but he's a boy, all right, to be in their place as a driver so they can have sex with him because he is a trouble-free. He will not get pregnant. He will not report into the police. You know, he's a gay. And we will pay him money. That's why they go to those countries, they start searching for pictures, not for a driver. They search by picture, who is the most handsome. And then they check him out. Is he a gay? He will accept, he don't accept. Do he like such anything? Or maybe after we bring him, we will make a drama and he will leave. So they tell the ones who they are going to find them as a driver, we want someone he is like this, exactly. So yeah, mind your business. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you. Download this video because I don't think YouTube will keep it for long. You know. Let us see how long it's going to take to receive a strike violation of our guideline. Yeah, right. Your guideline doesn't count for me. I have a guideline of God. Guideline of man doesn't count for me. And always, you see, when the Bible says, I will never be ashamed of preaching the gospel. If you are ashamed to preaching the gospel, shame on you. Right? If you are afraid to be shamed, for speaking the truth, well, then you are not truthful, you are false, you know, you are a fraud. You only feel shame if you are doing something wrong. So why you want to be ashamed? You know, the previous verses we showed you, it says clearly, I'm not ashamed to preach the gospel of God. Right? In the same chapter we showed you in Romans. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. So they have guideline, and where their guideline versus your gospel, which one will win? So if you speak as their guideline, that means you are ashamed of your gospel. And if you say to me, I'm not ashamed, but I know they will delete my video, they will strike me, that means still you're ashamed. You are fearing the consequences of a strike, or even you're losing your job, or even anything. So you favor them over your book. So you yourself, you are ashamed. You say to yourself, okay, well, if I say this now, what is next? Oh, they will, I will lose my job. They will hate me. Nobody will welcome me. Nobody will welcome me. Who care? Who care? You know, once I was visiting, I met a Christian, Middle Eastern Christians, in a store actually, and then they invited me to their house. They were Lebanese Christians. While I was in their house, they have satellite, and they were listening to ABN TV. And they were, playing my debate with the highest sheikh of Michigan, Al-Husseini. So I was talking to the guy, and then his wife, she called me out. She went to make coffee, and then she called him out. They speak like whispering and next to the door. Then he came back and he said to me, is that guy speaking on the TV? Is that you? Because my voice, you know. I said, yeah. And guys, you will believe it or not, their face changed from very friendly to you can feel like they are uncomfortable to have me in their home. So I felt something, since I said yes, I felt like things had changed. Like it's like almost saying to me, okay, finish your coffee and leave, you know. It's not like he's quiet, his wife is quiet, they came, sit, they don't say anything. So I finished my coffee and I left. Second time I saw them in the street, they acted as they saw nobody. They are ashamed. Look how hypocrite they are. So they are watching the TV, which is exposing Muhammad, but they are afraid to have in their house the one who was doing it. This is how coward they are. They said to themselves, oh, this guy, he, you know, maybe those Muslims will come and kill him, whatever he is. Maybe they will come to our house, maybe now. A bunch of potatoes. They acted as if they do not know me. I just was in their house a week ago. This has only happened after I said, yeah, it's me. Maybe. Before, they were so happy to meet me, you know, they enjoy talking to me. The second they knew what I do, they don't want to know me. But I'm sure if I was an actor, a nudist, celebrity, as their style, they will be so happy to take pictures with me. This is my experience with people. All right? This is my experience. Anyway, they did not hurt me, you know. I felt bad for them. I mean, how cowardly false Christians they are. They don't even dare to say to me like why. But I know that they are coward. I know it's not about me doing bad, for sure not. They are watching me. They are listening to me in the TV. So you listen to me, but you don't want me to be in your house. It doesn't make sense. In fact, when they start talking, he said, "This you should listen to this guy. He's so good." I said, okay, you know. And then his wife, she called him outside. The wife looked like she's smarter than the guy, so she told him it sounded like his voice. You know. So he came, he sat, and he talked to me a little bit, and then he said, "Is this guy in the TV? is that you? He sound like your voice. I said, yeah. You should see his face. He was like, oh. Very funny. Anyway, yeah. Everyone, as we say, goes where he belongs. And people will do what they think is right for them. Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for being here. I'm not going to keep you longer. Download the video and share it with your friends. And until we see you soon again, God is good. So is Jesus. And always remember, no one is your guidance except the gospel of God. And if someone brought other than the scriptures, as the Bible says, let him be accursed. Anyone bring other than the scriptures, let him be accursed. That's what the Bible says. So the second somebody brought to you something not from the scriptures, this person is accursed, and you have nothing to do with him. Thank you all for being here. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. And see you soon again. Bye-bye.